Hey, welcome to Geek Speak. You know where we speak geeky?
Yeah,
So, got a lot of Star Wars stuff I want to talk about. Before we do that, what do you want to talk about, brother?
dude. So I seen an advertisement for a new animation coming out called Killer of Killers. Have you seen it?
I have heard of it. I haven't seen it. It's got to do with the Predator.
Right, exactly. So it's set in different time eras. I know one of them's Vikings. I think another one's
Ooh,
Samurai.
cool.
Yeah, I knew you'd like it. And I don't know if they're short stories or if it's going to be a series or how they're doing it.
Yeah,
The art is awesome, and plus the Predator kind of changes looks between the
yeah. Is it
episodes.
animation or is
No,
it?
it's a cartoon.
No, I mean I know it's anime. I know it's
It's
cartoon,
not
but
anime.
is it? It's not anime.
No,
Okay, all right.
no, it's just animation.
Good. That's refreshing. I don't have anything against anime, but it just seems like everything new we get animation
Has
wise
that
lately.
style
Yeah, it
to
has
it.
that
Yeah,
style to it.
yeah,
And no, I have to check it out, man. That's cool.
yeah.
So I recently got Disney Plus, and I'm catching up on the Disney Plus shows, and so I wanted to give a review of the Disney Plus shows. So Andor season 2. So first of all, Andor season 1 was fantastic. I probably give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason I didn't give it a 10 was it kind of ended a little bit in a cliffhanger, and I felt like they could have wrapped up that section
Mm-hmm.
before they moved on. But there was like some. I mean, the guy that writes Andor, he's real clever in his writing, because he'll like criticize like corporations and the government, but he does it in a sci-fi way to keep from catching flack.
Right.
Like in the first one,
Like most good
basically
writers
the
do.
the first season, and I'm getting to the second season, but basically the first season of Andor was about how everybody has a breaking point. A government can push and push and push and push, but at some point, people will rebel.
Right.
Everybody has a level. Some people rebel quickly. Some people rebel a little slowly, but everyone at some point
Says enough is
will
enough.
say enough is
Right.
enough, and that was kind of the whole theme of the first season. So the second season, I'll admit I didn't like it as much as the first season. It was slower paced, and I know some people like that, but it was 12 episodes. It could have easily been 10. And so I give 9 for the first season. The second season, I give an 8. I
So
give
do
an
you
8.
think, at least in this season, because we know what it's leading
Yeah, leading
to.
up to Rogue One.
So do you think it's because of they're having to set up instead of having the freedom of
No,
telling the story?
I think they just wanted to stretch out their story out to 12 episodes. I
Oh,
mean, there was one scene where he's walking across the tarmac. I mean, you actually see him walk across the tarmac, and you like see every step he takes. When you could have shown him coming out of the building and going into his ship, and we would kind of connect to the two.
right.
But yeah, but no, I still liked it. Don't get me wrong. So here's what I liked it. The theme of the second season was that big entities, whether that's corporations or whether that's governments, oftentimes they will create a problem and then offer the solution to the problem. And so that was the theme of the second one.
Okay.
And so, I was really not liking the season up into the eighth episode, and they had this big scene where these rebels on a planet called Gorman was going up against the Empire. Well, the Empire had built up these rebels themselves,
Okay.
and then they got in place and give them an opportunity and an area to rebel in. And then when they did, they come down on them like a hammer so that they could ultimately reach the goals they wanted, which was basically a police state or martial law there on Gorman.
Well, and
And
don't.
so,
And that's kind of what all governments do, ain't it?
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you think
They
about
set
it,
things up to end the way
yeah.
that benefits them best.
And it just it reminded me of a couple things. Number one, you've got the COVID, which was created in a lab in Wuhan. No question about
Wuhan.
that. No question about that at all. And it was funded partially by the United States government. And also in January 6th, when that happened, when the riot happened, there was federal officers uh, uh, in the crowd dressed in plain clothes, and there was some agitation going on there, and you saw that reflected in that eighth episode. So I saw the similarities. I saw where the writer was going with that, and he done it in a real sneaky way where he didn't catch no flack for it whatsoever. But It's set up. It's set up. Rogue One, fantastic. So, like I said, 9 for the season 1 and an 8 for season 2. What else you want to talk about?
Okay, so I know somebody in this house, I'm assuming it's my sister here, is a fan of practical magic.
Yeah,
Well,
Teresa
I
likes that.
seen an advertisement the other day, and you could just hear Sandra Bullock's voice and Nicole Kidman, and they're working on a practical magic too. I really like that movie,
Yeah,
and I think it would be cool to see them in the roles of the older women that were in the
yeah,
original,
yeah.
and maybe bringing on 2 younger witches or maybe their daughters or something to that. Because I think the daughters are in that movie, aren't they, Teresa? Practical Magic.
What about it?
She's not listening. She's
But anyway,
she's watching TikTok
it would be
videos.
cool to see the daughters grown while Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock's characters are the older women.
Yeah,
Part two.
Yeah, it's part 2. So I'm kind of excited for that to see,
Yeah.
and I hope they do it justice. Most sequels, nah.
it can be done well. The majority of the time, it's not. I mean, the sequel to Top Gun, Top
Right.
Gun Maverick, was great. So I mean, sequels can be good.
I'm not a Top Gun fan.
Well, I wasn't a huge fan, but when I saw that sequel, they just really did a good job on it. Really did a good job. Okay, so also watched. Disney had Tales of the Jedi, and they had Tales of the Empire, and we didn't really talk about Tales of the Empire. I just recently watched it. It was good. It kind of followed Barris Ophi, which is a character I like. It's the first cosplay that Teresa has ever done years ago, and I really like that because you're just showing a different aspect of the Star Wars universe. Well, they recently come out with Tales of the Underworld, and you would really like it. And the first part of it was about Saj Ventress, which
So
is
was the Tales of the Empire about the Sith coming up?
it was about the first part of it was about one of the witches there in that world, and Morgan was her name. She was introduced in a show called Ahsoka, but the last part of it was Barris Ophi, where she was trained to be an Inquisitor. She had been a Jedi Padawan, and she was being trained to be a Inquisitor. But in Tales of the Underworld, they started out with the Size of Interest, which I really like it, and it's something else Dave Filoni's doing. It's really just an extension of Clone Wars, the way
Right.
Rebels was, and this is just an extension on that. But they had Cad Bane's origin. They had like 2 or 3 episodes, and I'm talking origin from when he starts out as a kid.
Huh.
And so that was really neat. And
That
I know
was
you
cool.
really like
Yeah.
that character,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so I thought, yeah, Robert, we'll have to watch that together sometime. So yeah, so Tales of the Empire, I give a 9, and Tales of the Underworld, I give a 9. Both those are good. So
Cool.
what else you want to talk about?
Okay, so I know that you had made your own Obi-Wan Mythos character,
Yeah, yeah.
like almost about the same time Sideshow came out with their
Yes,
original.
yeah. I made a character. I made a figure they didn't have, and then when I made it, they made it.
Well, did you know they're coming out with another version of it?
Are they really?
Yes, and it is badass.
Oh yeah.
You have to see the detail they put in this thing, and plus, it comes with 2 heads. You can get Alec McGuinness,
Oh yeah.
and then you can get Ewan McGregor.
Oh, that's cool.
So you get the Ewan McGregor of kind of like from the TV series or
yeah.
the Disney series,
Yeah.
and then the Alan McGuinness is kind of like an in between 2.
Cool.
So
cool.
it's really badass. We'll throw some pictures up. It. I know when you see it, you're gonna be like, I know it won't be yours though.
Well, I mean, I can't go out and buy it now because I've spent so much time making a custom one,
Right.
and and I won't be able to sell the custom one because they actually have one that's professionally made, and the custom one's special because I know all the effort and
Right.
time I went into it, and so, but yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Maybe we'll show a picture of my custom one.
Yeah.
It won't be. It will be. Yeah. It won't.
It don't
compare.
matter.
It won't
As long-
compare. But yeah.
It was made with love,
Yes,
not
it
commercialism.
was. Yes, it was. But so I got a chance to watch Ahsoka. Now, Ahsoka is a character that was introduced in the movie Clone Wars, the animated movie, and of course the animated series. And I started out not liking that character, and but she's like Dave Filoni's love child. He actually loves that Ahsoka and stuck her in Rebels, and he put her in Tales of the Jedi. He
What's
puts her in
that
everything.
actress's name? Something.
Rosario Dawson. Oh man, she's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a
I'd make
fan of
that
hers
my
all the
love
way
child.
back to all the way back to Clerks when she was in that. Of course,
Yeah.
she was the night nurse in the Netflix Marvel shows. But she does a good job at Ahsoka, and I really like it. I give the series a 7. It's not the best thing I've seen, but it's not the worst either. And but I did enjoy it. Ray Stevenson was an actor that passed away during the filming of it, and so he was in Rome, and he was in Book of Eli,
Now,
and he
did they
actually played a
replace him with
Punisher.
somebody else?
Yeah, they're going to place him with the guy that played the Hound in
Oh yeah.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones in the second season. So I'm looking forward to the second season. I like that character. I like her because the Ahsoka character got thrown out of the Jedi Temple, and so they kind of made her Star Wars as Ronin. So I'm a big fan of Japanese history, and when you look at Japanese history, the Ronin was a masterless samurai. And so, since she got thrown out of the Jedi Temple by her masters, but she was trained by one of the greatest Jedi of all, Anakin Skywalker.
Right.
So she's kind of became a Ronin. So her blades aren't red and they aren't blue; they're white.
Right.
And if you even look at them, they even have the look of a katana handle on them. So, but yeah, I give that a 7. So what else you want to talk about?
Okay, so I know that you raised girls and I've raised girls. So when my girls were younger, there was these dolls that were popular called the American dolls. Well, I couldn't afford that back then. So the generic knockoff, which I bought my daughters, was called My Life dolls.
Yeah.
And they were good. They were just as good. They actually came with more stuff, all the kitchens and stuff but now they have picked up an IP. Now
Oh, yeah?
now they're doing Harry Potter.
Oh,
like
yeah?
like you can get the
I
train
think
station.
I've seen those.
Yes.
How tall are they?
The dolls stand
Yeah,
about
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
doll.
yeah, yeah. So they're already out now,
you
right?
can buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've already been out. I meant to mention it last time, but forgot. But I went to Walmart when I seen it. I was so happy because it won't break the bank. It's a doll. It's not like American dolls. It's like it costs hundreds of dollars for one doll. You can
Yeah.
take that same amount and buy freaking the whole train from Hogwarts, all the cost, all the different
Now
house suits. And
I know you like Harry Potter, but I'm not. Would you buy them for yourself?
for myself, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
grown man with
But you might
with
do it for a granddaughter or
testosterone. But
something.
yeah, for my
Yeah, yeah,
granddaughter,
yeah.
and I kind of wish when my daughters were getting into Harry Potter that had existed. That
Oh
would have
yeah.
been cool.
Oh man, they would love
Oh
that,
yeah,
wouldn't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd been badass.
Yeah, it's crazy how they're still making Harry Potter stuff all these years later.
Right.
You
Well, I
know,
mean, yeah.
I mean, it's super popular. And so let's see. Skeleton Crew is another Star Wars show.
Right. I've not got to see any of that.
And I like it. It's like you said, I got some testosterone, so it's not really my cup of tea. But for people like Goonies, which is like Teresa over there,
Right.
watching her TikTok videos. I call them TikTok videos. Well, she's a big fan of Goonies.
Okay.
I'm not,
I'm not either.
and you're not
Yeah,
either.
no.
So we probably won't do a two old geeks talking on Goonies unless she makes
Maybe,
unless she
maybe
makes
on
us.
April Fool.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea. But they tried to make like a Star Wars version of Goonies, and in that they were successful. That's a very charismatic kids. They were good actors and actresses, and the story was good. And
So was it to try to bring in younger viewers?
I think it was. I think it was, and I mean, it was just them trying to take that IP that they spent so much money on, and just trying to do something different with it. The way Andor didn't have any Jedi, and this is kind of a kiddie program, a live action kiddie program, and so I like to see them take Star Wars in different directions. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 7. But I don't regret watching it. It wasn't bad.
Because I know Disney had tried to do a young Jedi cartoon. I can't remember what it was
Yeah,
called.
I think it was called Young Jedi's.
Oh, okay. And I think it flopped, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The toys are Ollie's full of young Jedi toys, and but yeah, I mean, there's some things I don't dive into everything Star Wars. Like I'm not going to watch The Alkalite. I didn't watch that. I'm not going to watch that. And I think they had some other cartoon called Starfighter or something like that.
I don't think that's come out yet.
Oh, maybe not. Okay, what else?
I
you wanna
doubt
talk
that's
about?
going to come out. That's it. That's all
That's
I
it.
have.
Okay, my comic book recommendation. Star Wars. So, Jason Aaron, this series.
We are not affiliated with Disney at all.
No, not
But
at all. No, and to be honest with you, Disney wouldn't want to be affiliated with
No,
you.
not really.
So, but Jason Aaron gets a lot of flack for being a crappy writer, and he's done some horrendous things with like the character Thor and the character Punisher, and so he gets a lot of backlash from the superhero community. But the thing is, I'd stopped reading modern Marvel by then, so it really didn't affect me. But when Jason's not writing a superhero, when he writes a superhero, he feels like he's got to deconstruct that superhero and present him in a totally different way, opposite than what he has been in the past.
Okay.
But with Star Wars, and this is one of the decent Marvel comic come out years ago, and he did a real good job of filling in the blanks in between the characters, and without stepping on any canon and anything, he just kind of added to it. And he really knows his Star Wars. He really writes the characters well, and the art's fantastic. And so I do recommend that, at least the first issues. You know, I read probably the first 20.
Do you know what year it came
They're
out?
very, very good. No, it's on here somewhere. I don't know where. I'd find out. But anyway, yeah, check it out. I mean, it's got good art in it. It's one of those first ones where it's one of the first comic I noticed where they had like 30 variant covers. This comic will never be worth anything because there's like a blue million of
Well, that's
them
why
out
I was
there.
wondering what year it came out.
Yeah, it came out in 2015.
Okay.
So 10 years ago. So anyway, yeah, check it out. All right, cool.
Cool beans.
All right, man, you done?
I'm done.
All right, we're done. Appreciate you watching. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, makes Robert happy, and stay geeky, my friends.